COVID.
So about 4 years ago.
Yep. Or more. The intro about to happen. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Tune in and turn up your radio. It's going down. Turn up your speakers and let them bomb. We on right now. You already heard about it. Rachel is sending y'all so Lynette discussing topics. Pick up your phone and call. So real, talking about facts and the metaphysical. So deep, you gon' need a rap to make sure you stay afloat. So baby, don't you change that station. Be a part of this history that's in the making. It don't matter what you're doing, just save it. And you can get back to it later. And you can catch some of this flavor.
If Stacey and Terry don't want none of this flavor. I don't want none of this flavor.
I'm just gonna have a drink.
Hey, yo, Sean. Hey, listen,
I'm just doing my two-step.
That's all you two-step under the table. You say two-step under the table. We just can't see his feet.
He's tapping.
Right.
Hey.
Welcome to the Real Recognized Real Talk Radio Show. I'm your host, Franchella.
And I'm the co-host, Lynette.
I'm co-host Stace.
Terry Little.
I'm co-host Stace.
That's right.
What's up, y'all?
Welcome to the Real Recognized Real Talk Radio Show, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
So y'all know what we have to talk about. The election.
Still
Thoughts. Feel free to chime in the chat too. For those of you who tune in, if you want to chime in on a chat and tell us how you feel about the election, the outcome, and so the floor is open to whoever wants to talk about it.
Tony already chimed in. Tony said, "Y'all look good. I'm ready."
Shout out to T Money.
Yeah, with T Money. Actually, T Money, if he has access to the link, can he hop on and join us? Can we do that? Oh no. Oh,
he probably like, I'm not coming on. He's our background tech.
Okay.
But wait, he will be on here when we start talking about those relationships. Yo, he gonna have
a good question.
All right, okay, good.
So Gigi's supposed to be. Let me see where she at. She's supposed to be joining us.
Okay, but as far as the election, it's still. I shouldn't say that it's hard to believe, but in a way, it is hard to believe because I didn't expect this result, but at the same time, I think that for me, it just showed me that we still have a long way to go. We still have a long way to go as a country. Like the last time when Trump won, my thought was then that I thought that we were a little further along than we are. But like I said, we still have a long way to go. But we can't. We're built for this. We can't ball up and wait. We have to keep pushing forward.
Absolutely.
Before you go, Lynette, have y'all seen now on Instagram where it's so many different
viewpoint
times where he was speaking in different places where he kept telling the people that you don't have to vote. The votes don't matter. Don't worry about the vote. Basically, they got this. Like, don't worry about the vote. So they're now trying to ask for some kind of recount because it's like, okay, why is he kept saying that? And then something about Elon Musk knew prior to that he won from some app he had on his phone.
Well, he was paying people to vote for this, so they was trying to sue Elon.
He was paying people to register.
Okay, thank you.
Paying people to register. Well, as far as him knowing that Trump was going to win prior to, I don't know. Hey, good evening. I don't know. I didn't see him say anything to that effect, but they all had their own predictions, because I remember hearing when they were looking at the polls and everything, they thought that it was going to be tight, of course, but they thought that she really had a chance. But I haven't seen anything where he said that based on any information that he had that he was calling it. I never saw that. You saw that, Franchella?
Yes, absolutely.
Before
several times he said to his people that don't worry about the votes. You don't have to vote. That basically he won. So it was like several clips of him telling the people that, I'm not worrying about your vote. You don't have to vote.
Yep, I saw that.
Well, as a narcissist, you would assume that that's he, that's how he is. Anyway.
That's the way he talks, right?
That's the way he talks anyway, But I was disappointed, but not surprised, because of the way that not just specifically Kamala, but the way that some people view Black women, period. Especially in power roles. Some people are not ready for that, and so, and not that is why she did not win the election, but I think it was a contributing factor as to how some people view Black women. They might don't want nobody they think gonna be in there. How they do the stereotypical ideology of what some people view Black women as, or a woman, period. Let's just take Black out of it. The country, when Hillary won, when Hillary was up against him, I should say not one, but when she was up against him, I was saying to myself when I saw the outcome that people will, it's a sad society when people would rather have somebody like that in office as opposed to a woman, because I think it had a lot to do with gender as opposed to the person themselves. Because like I said, if you are what you speak, and every time he opens his mouth, he shows us exactly who he is every time. So I just don't understand. Are we not listening, or are we hearing something different?
Right.
I really don't know. But I was disappointed
in the beginning when he won it years ago. When he first won against Hillary. It was new to the race and coming in, and everybody had all these things against Hillary and the Clintons already, right? Because she was already her husband was president, she was already in the government and everything like that. And so when he was elected, I was upset, but I wasn't as mad or angry as I am now, only because I felt like people voted for him because they got sick of the everyday typical politician, straight up, and he was more say what he wanted to say out of his mouth, not as vulgar as he is now, but like the younger people kind of gravitated to that. So I gave him, I honestly gave him a chance. I'm like, okay, he won. Oh my God, this is a joke. You just let anybody run. But okay, let's give him a chance. Maybe he might prove me wrong, but which he didn't. And then he just got worse and worse and worse throughout this whole thing.
Yeah. What were your thoughts, Terry? What's your feedback?
Is it possible, that she just wasn't a good candidate?
That's a possibility. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because actually, did you guys choose her as a candidate when Biden couldn't run, or was she just pushed out there? You know what I mean?
So, well, I'm concerned. I don't care if she wasn't
You might have got a stronger candidate if people actually voted for who they wanted to be. A representative of the party.
That's legitimate.
I think whether the candidate was strong, whether it was another candidate who was strong enough or not, I think if it was either a white male or a male, period, they would have won over Trump. I think I think gender played a huge role into why she wasn't elected, because a lot of people say she's not a good candidate. But can you explain to me? Nobody has a backing as to where they're getting this from. Why is she not a good candidate? Nobody has a backing as to her history and the contribution that she's made thus far as a vice president and every other thing. They just go on what the snippets and the sound bites say negatively about her, not just the whole picture of how she contributed to politics in general. But anyway, I digress. It is what it is. And no. Say that whoever governing this country, that God handles them accordingly, and they are for everybody, not just for the elite. But
I have a question for Terry though. So
I was going to ask Terry a question too.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Well, Terry, I have a question then, because that's a legitimate question that you asked, and you're right. Had they had a primary, maybe another candidate would have been better fleshed out. But my question to you is, do you think that she was not a good candidate?
And why?
That's the reason I didn't vote for her, because I didn't think she was a good candidate, and I didn't think Trump was a good candidate either. This is the first time I ever have not voted. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like there's a good candidate. So, I was going to say this to the end of the show, but since we're on that right now, that's why I'm running for president for 2028.
And guess what? You can. Now that we have,
and you can,
you can,
right.
You absolutely can, 100%.
And I'm starting now, so by the time it get, you know what I'm saying? By the time it get to 2028, we should have a footprint at least.
There won't be any voting by 2028.
Oh, now Gigi,
you said you had
a question also.
Share with us your thoughts, Gigi.
Well, first of all, Gigi, yes.
Hi,
welcome to the Real Recognized Real Radio program.
Thank you.
Welcome to the podcast. I know that we're going to be talking to you about something a little more specific shortly, but since you said you had a question for TL, I'm curious to know what it was. Do you want to still ask your question, Gigi?
Yeah, my question was why? What was it about her? Because I always seem to ask this question. They never have any answers. They just say she's not a good candidate. So my question to you is why?
Well, personally for me, and I can't speak for anybody else. I'm just can speak for me. I didn't like her record as a DA in California, locking black people up when she wasn't screaming how black she was back then, right? Another thing is I didn't like the fact that what they did on the border. I know y'all say she wasn't the border czar, but I could show clips. You could just go in and Google Kamala Harris border czar and see.
There's no such thing as a border czar.
Right.
It's not an actual.
There's
title.
no such thing.
That's
not. First of all, czars are Russians. Czars are Russian. So he added that title and now he's trying to give it to somebody because. Okay, so we're not gonna do that.
Right. So she wasn't a border czar.
Not a border czar.
And to the point where you said she was locking up black people, were they innocent?
Correct.
No, hell no.
No, answer the question.
Oh,
and
sorry.
There was a few cases where the evidence was manipulated.
And Trump wanted the five to be executed when they were found innocent.
Like Trump either. I'm not
right, and then he's a convicted felon himself with 34.
You automatically for Trump, and I don't like what I'm saying is I'm not for either one.
Right, we talking about her specifically, right? Now, again,
curious. So thank you for sharing that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, again, and that's a legitimate question, though, Nike.
I didn't like the way she was placating the black people. With all of the like Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, like come on, man, you're a politician.
But Trump ends up making some gold sneakers, and everybody okay with that.
And then Kanye West was supporting him in the last campaign. So I mean, people they figured anyway.
So young people, young people, they kind of flock to stars. You know, you got for Beyonce is the what is it called?
They bring eyes, they bring eyeballs.
I forgot what it's called. And then you got the Taylor Swift, the Swifties. You got and people they actually follow them and they feel as though they're role models to help them, and whatever choices they make, they believe in them, so they'll make that choice too. So sometimes, you know, that's how you gotta fight, by bringing in celebrities
as a role model.
But no, but I guess I look at it.
Followers, for some
right,
people that
follow
her, not for everybody, but
right.
you still don't hold you still don't hold the supporters. You don't hold the person accountable for their supporters and who support them. You don't hold that person accountable for who they have supporting them. But Gigi, what are your thoughts after
who you flown out there on stage too for America to look at?
Absolutely, 100%. Gigi, what's your thoughts about, how did you feel about the outcome of the election?
I cried for a whole day and a half. I did, because people really do not understand what we have stepped.
Yeah, please.
Gigi, what were you saying?
People do not know what we stepped into. They truly do not understand what we have just stepped into. And it's amazing, because it's like now all of a sudden, in just one day, we are able to see
where he's going. That's right.
Yes. And the fact that there are still people sitting over here on this couch, Trump, while their family members are going to be deported, while you're going to lose your health insurance, while they're going to turn around and they're going to be locking up Black people for nothing. I mean, it just amazes me that this is where we are. And people purposefully, over 10 million people, Terry, did not vote. And those votes could have made a difference in having her in office, right?
Absolutely.
And there was in the beginning, when I was sad and crying, could not sleep, I kept thinking, you know what comes, everybody's gonna sit here, I'm gonna sit back and go, I told you so. I don't even want to hear no whining. I don't want to hear nothing about somebody's family member. I don't want to hear anything. But after I got past that, I had felt like, at this point, I got to get back in the fight. I still have to educate people. I still need to get people to understand what Project 2025 is, since everybody kept saying, oh, he's not a part of it, as now his own cabinet is admitting that they are part of it. So it's amazing me. It amazes me that no one took the time to really do research. They just wanted to continue to listen to, like you said, Lynette, the sound bites, the things that are going on. I sat on YouTube listening to a lot of the people that have a lot of knowledge around politics, right? I actually was on TikTok listening to Trump supporters and Kamala Harris supporters talking about why they voted and why they weren't voting for whoever. And the things that I heard, talking about, just like you just said again, Terry, about her Blackness, you know, it frustrates me, because we know that we come in all shades.
That's right.
Shades.
Of color.
Only people that do.
We
cover it all.
We are mixed.
And because we light skin, I'm not Black enough, because my skin is not darker. But I think I'm probably blacker than the black, for real.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's interesting that people, especially with a lot of women who were saying that, she was saying she's Indian, now all of a sudden she's saying she's Black.
But first of all, it shouldn't make a difference.
And why does it matter? Thank you.
So,
it should not matter. But it's because they didn't have.
I got a question on something you just said earlier. Like, so you said that, like me, over 10 million people decided not to vote because they felt like, I guess they, I'm not saying they felt exactly like I did, but for some reason, 10 million people didn't vote. That's a lot of people.
Yes.
So evidently, it was something flawed about the candidate, where she didn't attract the same level of voter turnout that other candidates.
Well, I beg to differ. Because I think some people vote for different reasons, and I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that it has a lot to do with her gender. It has a lot to do with how people feel about themselves as women.
That's right.
I think it has a lot to do with some people who have issues with their mothers. I think it has a whole lot, or have issues with women, period. I think it has a whole lot to do with it's no one size fit all reason why people chose not to vote. But I don't think that it's solely because of the candidate itself. I think it was a personal decision for each individual based on whatever their thing is.
But if now, it was just because she was a woman, because I don't know if that's true.
Not everybody. That might not be your story.
Hillary Clinton won the popular vote,
right?
So she had, so I don't think it's gender based.
Okay.
It's gender and race based. And race based. That's what that's about. Because there was so many people talking about she wasn't black enough. What in the world does that mean?
Right.
But
I want to take the 30. I want to take the 30,000 foot view on it though, regarding something that I think Lynette said. As far as not voting at all, no candidate is going to ever be perfect.
Right.
You're never going to agree with anyone's position of any candidate. 100%. But to me, the fact of not exercising that right, to me, that's like a carnal sin. That to me, that is just I struggle with that. I get what you're saying, Terry. When people talk about the lesser of two evils, again, I get that. But to me, to not.
But what is evil about her?
Let me just finish that thought.
Shouldn't
let me finish this thought. Let me finish the thought. What I was gonna say though, for those that decided not to vote at all, though, with everything that went, especially for Black folk, with everything that we had to go through to get the opportunity to vote, to express that right, for us not to make a conscious decision to not vote, to me, that says that everything that was done before that was done in vain.
Yeah.
Do you mean not vote or not vote for the person
you
want?
Not vote.
So if I would have voted for Trump,
we'd be having a different conversation.
It's a different conversation. I agree.
Having a different conversation.
It's a different conversation. But to me, Terry, especially for Black folk, for all those people that died, that got beat for the right to vote, and all the things that those people did to keep us, to prevent us from voting, for us to now say, I'm not going to, forget, screw everything that you did. Everything that you did I'm not going to take advantage of that. To me, is unacceptable. I struggle with that. I would have preferred that you vote for Trump.
But it's not that you're not voting. I still vote. I just didn't vote.
But you didn't vote.
This particular.
But you didn't vote.
You didn't vote.
You didn't vote.
Just this one time.
You didn't vote. You didn't vote. It's not. You can't be somewhat pregnant. You either pregnant or not. You didn't vote.
If I choose to.
Right. I got you. I got you. But Gigi, you were about to say something else.
Go ahead. You do have a right to choose to vote or to not choose to vote. What we're saying is, right, you do have choices. And the unfortunate part of the choices to me is when you don't vote, it's a vote for the person you don't want in office.
Right.
When you don't vote.
That you don't want in office.
No, a person.
No, any person. Because that's one less vote that they have to count. That's one less vote that they have to count.
Well, but Terry, if you think about it, and then we're going to go to Gigi because she said she had something to say. One of the things that you said, Terry, is that you didn't like either one of them. You said, one person was a total piece of crap and the other one might have been a little bit of piece of crap. So if that's the case, then,
pick the lesser piece of crap.
Right. But Gigi, what was it that you wanted to say?
There's a lot. I just don't understand not voting at all. My best friend since I was 11, she didn't vote. She wasn't going to vote. I spoke to her beforehand, and she sounded like you. A lot of sound bites from Fox News, this one, that one, never any research. And I kept going back and forth with her, giving her information, telling her to research it herself. I was very frustrated. We've known each other a very long time, and we've always had our backs with everything. And I don't think politics ever really came up. We're talking 40-something years of friendship. Mm-hmm. And here it is now. This is our life at stake as women, as Black women. So, and you have sons so it's like, okay, what did you do? Why? When we hung up, I didn't talk to her for a while. And then She must have knew I was frustrated. I don't know. She looked up some things. She later on did tell me, she told me that she drove to Virginia where she's a traveling nurse. So she drove to Virginia and that she was going to vote. And that she actually went on, because she's a nurse, so she went on under the union and saw the things that were going to affect her. She had never done it. She was just more so listening to everything everybody else was saying, never truly looking up and seeing, how does this affect me if this man gets in office?
You would let a vote ruin 40 years of friendship?
No, never.
Don't. Let me answer that for you. I want to say to you now, knowing that she voted, I would say no. But had she had voted for Trump, I think we wouldn't be friends.
Yeah, no,
I can't say how you say you love me. You've protected me. You literally fought people who bullied me since we were in middle school. That you would allow a man to come in office that states that he's going to get rid of rights for LGBTQ community that affect me.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Now,
that
Gigi,
you have a granddaughter, you have all these boys, and you finally have a girl after generations, right? That she now has less rights than we do.
Well,
so
but Gigi,
those are the things that I would have really was bothering my heart.
Right. But Gigi, I do agree with Terry on this. No matter what happens, Terry's my brother. No matter what he does, Terry could have went in there and voted for somebody that wasn't running. He's still my brother. We're gonna argue. I'm gonna give him hell.
That's you.
But so
forever.
You don't understand. There have been divorces already filed.
Yeah,
there have
and I disagree with that.
Out their families, but that's your opinion because you don't understand. You may not feel the way they feel. You may not understand their woes in this. I'm saying for me,
I got you.
Right.
I'm not, I can't look at you. How could you say you love me and do something that blatantly is hurting me? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So we can't soft coat that. We can't try to say, because people, I think their issue is, oh, that's not going to happen.
Correct.
So that's where they're sitting there.
See, but Gigi,
but
that's a difference. That's a difference of opinion, though. You just said though,
and that's okay. Like we're all, whether we differ or agree or not, we're all entitled to feel how we feel. So
correct.
Whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent.
Yeah.
But I will say this though. But listen to this though. I'm going to say this.
The election talk because we got.
Now I'll be more friends with somebody who didn't vote at all. So Terry, you still part of the show versus somebody who voted for Trump. So if
I'll say this though. This is my spin on that though. I think that especially for us, I don't think that we have the luxury of disassociating ourselves with someone because of a difference of opinion. Now, Gigi, I respect what you're saying. I get it.
This is my life.
No, I know, but Gigi, but this is what I mean by that. This is just my opinion on it. That again, I think that we don't. It's not enough of us to have the luxury to not still maintain the ties that exist between each other, because those ties are bigger than a strong difference in opinion, or in a strong
difference now.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I respect it. I'm not trying to belittle it, but again, I don't think that we have the luxury of families breaking apart because of someone that you voted for. That, but what if
it's your life at stake?
But listen, no, but Gigi, what if he doesn't do the things
already started.
He says he's gonna do?
He already said it. He's
already
part
of it.
It's already started.
What if he doesn't
live your life on the what if?
It's already written.
No.
It's already written.
So
what if it does? So now what if it does?
I think we should move on.
It's a what if.
What if it does? Okay.
It's still a what if.
Okay. So my response to that is, again, like I said, we're gonna sit here and be like, I told you so.
Well, then that's fine, but
this is so
should try
deep.
To be positive and
positive with a man like that. How can you be positive with a man like that?
How did so he?
I'm gonna pray for him.
How did that?
And pray for the country.
It's been a week since the election. Wait, it's been a week since the election. How has it negatively affected your life? How has your life changed that week that just passed from the week last month?
Now, Leah, Terry.
For me, I got to see emails and texts that told me I need to be out there picking cotton.
I saw that.
That bothered me.
Okay, you know what? Okay,
let me
interject something.
That's gonna be our last comment, and then we're gonna go into.
Okay, I just want to interject something. That was a good suggestion, Terry, from Leah Wilford. She said on the ballot at the end, there's a way to vote. There's a way for you to vote for a person other than the person that's on the ticket. Write your own person down, but at least you voted. That's what Leah said in the comments, and I agree with that.
Thank you, Leah.
At least you voted. My
issue 2028. That's it. That's what
there you go. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But at least I don't think that we have. I don't think that we can afford to not take advantage of that privilege that so many have died before us to give us. I just don't think we have the luxury of not exercising that right. But Leah, that was a good recommendation.
Can I ask one more question?
One more question, Gigi, then we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Okay. So you keep saying 2028, but we have elections in between the next 4 years. Right. Do you vote for your Senate and Congress, people, your local elections?
Absolutely.
Terry?
That's question for Terry.
I usually do, yeah.
Okay.
Because the whole point of that is to say, all right, you have these 2 years. Let's see what they do.
Okay.
And if they don't do what they're supposed to do,
anyway, like you don't.
Yes, but that's why I just said what I said. In 2 years, the people that are up for re-election, that sign those checks, that give those votes, that affect our lives, we have a chance to remove them.
They do. Put up or shut up. Right.
That's all I wanted to know. You all voted because we're always good for running for the president and then mad when the president don't do what they're supposed to do because we didn't vote 2 years later.
Right.
Nice. Okay. So where we going? Where we going, Nat?
Well, thank you.
Gigi, you're welcome to stay
on. She's leaving? Gigi, you leaving?
Oh, no, you can stay on.
Or you want to stay on if she wanted.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. So you came on to talk about the election? Is that what this was?
Look, that's all through my blood, baby. All through my blood.
All right. Okay. Because I feel like I get the feeling I want to argue with Gigi about something. What do we have next?
So we're going to shift gears. We're going to shift gears to relationships. So y'all know I always to get a male and a female perspective. So let's kumbaya for a moment. And
take a breath.
Yes, take a breath.
Okay.
Inhale, exhale.
So what's the question? Where are we going?
So I know a guy, right? So he met this nice lady, and within I'll say like 4 days, she tells him that she likes him a lot. So she's open with her how she feels. She's open with her feelings. So she tells him that she likes him a lot, and she sees the different things that I don't want to say lacking, but certain things that she sees that he might need. So one of the things is he doesn't drive. He doesn't have a car. So she was like, we're going to work on that. So she's telling him, we're going to work on this and I'm going to help you, yada, yada. She's very successful, but the person is an older man who's on Social Security. So the guy tells me that he's afraid of her. He thinks she's too nice and that she might be crazy or she might have ulterior motives. So why is it that, well, in your opinion, when some men meet a nice woman who knows what they want and treats him nicely, he's afraid of her or thinks she's crazy? But when they meet somebody who's ratchet and like with no morals and standards, he's not afraid of her. So what is that? Help me understand.
All right, come on, Franchella. I'm
confused.
What do you mean?
So basically, when a guy meets a nice girl,
right,
and she knows what she wants, and she's saying, she's forthcoming in what she wants, and she wants to help him be better, or better for her, I guess. Right. But when they're afraid of that, or they say, "Oh, she crazy, something wrong with her." But when they meet somebody who's ratchet, who doesn't have any morals or standards, they don't require much. and they just ghetto.
Is that in
ratchet.
all cases?
I don't
Is that
think
all
that.
cases,
Say that again.
is this one specific person
It's
or
one
some
person.
people?
Well, somebody came to me today with this story, so I was like,
I don't think that's where I was confused, because usually they don't call people who want to help and that's there from crazy. They are
crazy.
They're just intimidated. The male is intimidated by a strong woman. But it's the same thing as how
Once again, who are we talking about? Like, are we talking about what group of people are we talking about?
No, this
like,
just a scenario. This is just
scenario.
a scenario.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, just for male and female scenario where I feel like some guys they're kind of threatened by an independent, strong
woman.
You know, and they flock to the other woman who is more, I guess, submissive and
needy.
Don't require.
When you say ratchet, I guess it's the same vice versa as how good girl, they always say good girls like to go for the bad guys. They never want the good guys. Right. The guys that open the door for them, that pays for the meal.
I gotta plug my laptop in, y'all. So I'm sorry.
That treats them well. They always want the guy who doesn't treat them the way they supposed to be treated. So
when you say like a man don't want an independent woman, I think that's correct. A man wants a woman. A man don't want a woman that wants to wear the pants, right? The creator created us as male and female for a reason. Males are put here to lead a family, right? They're supposed to be the figurehead, the head of the household, right? And then a woman is supposed to be his helpmate, his partner, right? Not supposed to be like, this is my show. I'm boss lady this, or I'm this and that. That's not.
Are you talking about me, Terry?
I know. That's what I'm thinking.
You fits, Marcella.
Men aren't intimidated by that.
You say are, Nike?
I said aren't.
Right.
Are not intimidated by that. It's just that, a real man wants a real woman.
Oh no, so I disagree with that, because I'm all woman and real, but women are placed in positions where we have to step up because the men aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay.
And in this case, that's exactly what was said.
We have to be, at times, we have to be mom and dad. So it is what it is, I mean.
If you being mom and dad is in the house,
that's different. She's saying when dad is not in the house, we have to fill in the gap.
No, but that's not the scenario. That's not the scenario you put out there, Lynette. You said that that you were asking, why is it that men will gravitate toward the women that are, to use your word, that are ratchet and maybe not as focused and are quote unquote intimidated by women that are successful. Am I right? That's the scenario that you painted, right?
No, not necessarily. This was his case.
Right.
So
that's what I'm saying.
He met a woman who knows what she wants. She's successful.
Right.
And in 4 days, she's telling him, I'm going to help you get a car and I'm going to help you do this. And for some men, that's intimidating. So for him, it was intimidating, and he felt like, wait, whoa. Is she crazy or something wrong? So I'm thinking, I know that in his past, he's also met wretched women who he gravitates more to. So I'm trying to figure out, why is that? Like, why does she have to be crazy? And why does the woman who actually was the ratchet one, who was crazy, you wasn't afraid of her, but now you saying, oh, I'm gonna put her on pause because I'm afraid of her.
They like dingy
it's
women.
Control. It's the control.
Right. He felt in control with her. They like dingy women who
the damsel in distress. Because you don't have to be Captain Save-A-Ho for this one. Like, how.
So what is your response to that, Gigi?
I think it's because of the control. He's able to have control over the women who are less maybe educated or have their stuff together, compared to this woman who's saying, look, I think sometimes we as women do want to fix men. And I'm not sure what that's about, right? If you got with somebody and it's only 4 days, why are you trying to tell him you want to help him get a car and do all of this stuff? I don't understand. That's something also in her that she needs to be figuring out, because I'm not trying to fix anybody in no 4 days. Like, let's build them. Let's see if we even fit. Because obviously, if you're in a different threshold of your career, you have money and you can do these things, why aren't you, because I'm the one thinking about her, why aren't you looking at men that have the same elevation as you? Why are you looking down? I don't want to say, man that has, but why are you looking down compared to looking at somebody? Why do you feel like you need to fix him?
Well, first of all, I disagree with the thought that person will be looking down.
I said I don't want to play it like it's less than, but he's not no car, he's not working. He's not so I'm just saying.
But does that mean that you're looking down?
Maybe he chose not to drive.
Well,
maybe he lives in the city.
Well,
he does live in the city.
What about that? What about what Mary just said?
So again, why does she feel she needs to get him a car? I'm asking. My thing is, what's with her feeling she needs to fix him?
And to your point, Gigi, I do think that a lot of women, especially if they've been waiting for a long time for a man, then it's almost like I want to create you into the man that I want you to be.
Well, but listen though,
which is not a good thing. So I'm just here to get some feedback.
But it
don't be trying to buy nobody a car, Lynette. Damn it!
Oh hell no, that ain't me.
But it doesn't just go one way. It doesn't just go one way. It doesn't just go one way.
Okay, go ahead.
Hear me out. It doesn't just go one way, because I'm sure that you all have heard the saying, you can't make a hoe a housewife.
Right.
So the same instinct goes the other way. A man takes the hood rat that we've been talking about and trying to make her into a housewife. So we in theory, we can ask the same question. The way that I attribute that to more, that it's a reflection of that person. Maybe that person is not ready to be what that person sees them as. Right. If I'm comfortable in the situation or the position that I'm in, someone coming up saying, I need you to meet me here faster than I'm ready, maybe I'm not in that place. It's the same thing for that woman. That doesn't mean that she can't eventually become a housewife, but you can't make her jump 10 years faster to get to a position when she's not ready to be that, in that position. So part of it might be we have to be patient. If we're feeling somebody enough that we want to invest, and I use that word with quotes, invest enough in them, because we see something there. I like the vibe. I like everything else about you. I'm willing to invest my time and energy to try to bring you along. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. My advice to him was
really quick.
That is quick. I agree, Gigi.
Too quick for that.
Well,
my advice to him was to have a conversation with her.
But sometimes I do believe in love at first sight. You can meet somebody, and if the connection is intense enough, let me finish. If you meet someone and the connection is intense enough, I can believe that you can say then at that point, you know what? I think that I want to spend more time and more quality time with that person.
But we got to go back to what
that's your opinion.
He thinks she's crazy. It's not like it's reciprocal. It's not like they both in the same place.
I agree with that.
That's the question mark I have.
I agree with that.
My advice to him was have a conversation with her. Tell her how you feel. Communication is key.
Correct.
Tell her how you feel about her forwardness and how fast you think she's moving and how it's making you feel. And then from that conversation, you make an informed decision as to whether or not this is somebody that I said, get to know each other.
Correct.
Don't just run, have a conversation first. And don't assume that she's crazy, because it seems like to me, she just knows what she wants.
Correct.
Right. Let me read what hubby just said. He says, I think these dudes are in the way out here anyway. The fact that a woman wants to help is a good thing. She might likes him, but he's missing a few things. It might push him to do better, knowing he finally got a woman that has his back, or he thinks she's treating him like a buster.
I agree with Tony. I agree with Tony because, again, I think that that's something in him for him to think that there's something wrong with her.
Right.
Especially now, if she was advising him to doing something negative, then that's one thing. But if she's trying to move him forward, for him to think that that's crazy, I think is a reflection on him. But at the same time, I agree with Gigi. After 4 days, for you not to be aware enough of what you're saying, that you would come in after 4 days trying to uplift someone that quickly is a lot. Also, Leah said submission does not equate to weak. And I think that's true as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I mean, the Bible says to be submissive. That's the part I'm working on.
But you know what? Let me, Francella, I will say
this. TL, you quiet on this.
Would you say, Knight?
Whatever, TL. Be whatever. Go ahead.
But listen, but Francella, I'll say this though. We're never too old to learn. We should always be looking to learn. And the fact that you're saying
I'm respectful. Submissive to me is like I can grab my bags. I can help. Like I don't want to put everything on my husband to do because
that's not, I'm not talking about carrying suitcases.
But being submissive means to what? Like not saying if you're wrong or if you said something to me that I'm not supposed to say nothing back to you. So what is submissive?
Is that what you mean, Mike? Is that what you mean, Terry?
Explain that to me.
Who is the head of the household? Like
what does that encompass?
Protector. Who is the provider? Who is the
providing
in this day and age is both.
No, you're not even
right.
letting me finish the sentence.
All right, go ahead.
So you know what I mean? Like what I'm saying is not argumentative all the time. You know what I mean? Giving a man his peace, giving the man his authority in the house, his making the house, the home, his sanctuary, right? Because he already has to go out here in the street and fight. Right. He shouldn't have to come home and fight too.
Absolutely.
No, not at all. I mean, I totally agree with that. You know, the head of the house, the man of the house. You know, the protector and everything like that. But and some things we are equal. Like he's not above me in certain things, and I'm not above him in certain things. We are equal. I mean, when we came together,
a woman is not equal to a man.
Oh, you out your damn mind.
Barbarian caveman.
You out your rabbit ass mind.
No, that is why we didn't vote for her.
Go ahead, Terry.
Sorry.
When I say a woman is not equal to a man, they're two different beings, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Women are
and vice
built
versa.
feminine, men are built masculine.
Correct.
Yes.
I'm not saying one is better than the other.
Okay.
What I'm saying is they're not equal.
So y'all agree with him?
Yes, absolutely. I mean,
there's nothing wrong with us helping each in the household. There's nothing wrong with us helping each other.
I'm not going to say the man's job is to take out the trash. If I can roll the damn trash down, I'm going to roll it down.
I don't want to roll the trash. I can't wait to get a car responsibilities and the trash responsibilities. Here you go. I'll gather the trash from the house, the upstairs, downstairs. I will gather it. Baby, please take it outside. Please. I did my part. You do your part.
Teamwork make the dream work. But I'm saying there has to be a head. There has to be a head.
Right.
It can't be.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. It can't be two heads.
Okay, because so
but
in other
I think
words,
you do switch roles at times depending on your strengths. On your strengths. If you horrible at paying bills, I ain't gonna put them on you. Because I want my bills paid. You know.
So what happens? So let me ask y'all this.
Your man should be paying your bills anyway.
I agree, but that isn't an ideal world.
Oh, wait, Terry, you talking about?
You should also be contributing. You should be working.
Look.
100%.
Like the mansion, but you should be working.
And y'all pay all y'all bills together.
Exactly. I agree, but I'm just saying somebody got to send the bills in. Somebody got to maintain
that financial statement.
That's not his strength. I'll take it on. But
right.
whatever
So
is not his strength, and whatever his strength is, here. And then whatever my strength is, okay, but you ain't gonna put everything on me, and I ain't gonna put everything on you.
So Terry, you think that a man should be paying all the bills?
Yep.
Tony said, I think these dudes are in the way out here anyway.
Oh no, I already said that one.
I think a woman,
I like that, Franchella. You done found something.
Wait a minute, Terry was saying something.
She should contribute to the family financially to the family unit as well. So when I say to pay the bills, the man should be responsible for the pay the bills, but the wife or the fiance or the girlfriend or whoever's in that unit, she should be giving the man money too to pay the bills.
I'm not against that. I'm just saying who's sending it to the bill company.
We're moving as a unit. It can't be, all right, I got mine over here, you
right.
got yours over there.
I agree.
And then
I agree with that.
And all like that.
What are you thinking, Gigi?
I'm gonna have mine over here.
Thinking,
you gonna have yours over here.
Gigi.
We gonna have bill money.
I'm the anomaly here, right? So, as someone who has been with my spouse for 19 years, right?
Wow.
It has been where we do everything together. But there are some things in the household, like garbage. I just don't do the garbage. Right? I will do like you, Lynette. Like I gather it upstairs because I'm up early, and but taking it out in the backyard, putting it. Oh, no, I ain't doing all that, right? But we share 99% of the responsibilities in that household.
Good.
And yes, it is two women, but we still have lines of things that I just don't do and things that she does. That's just it.
That's right.
When I was married to my ex-husband who's passed, I would say I think I did a lot more then than I do now. I'm just gonna say I did a lot more then, and I don't know if it's because we were together so young, and he went from his mama house to my house.
No, there it is.
Right.
Now, he wasn't ready.
And he wasn't ready. Right. And so I think that might have been some of it from us being together so young and growing up and him being from mama to me. He thought I was still supposed to be mama and do everything.
Well, but you know what though? I do agree with something that Terry said. I think that ultimately it's about a team. That's my big thing. Now I do believe that there should be, I think in every relationship there needs to be accountability. If the trash is piling up,
say it louder for the people in the back.
if the trash is piling up, then I'm not gonna be looking at the lady saying take the trash out. If we're sitting around starving, then the woman, I think that it's incumbent upon the woman to say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make the oodles and noodles. I think that ultimately there needs to be accountability for everything. Yeah. So, but with that being said, though, and this is an interesting question. So, if there's a disagreement regarding a decision and we don't agree, who gets the final say?
So my baby just says that he does
it done. That's right, Tony.
He says we just get it done. Honestly, it's a teamwork all together.
I get that.
Don't worry, I got the dishes. If he cooked, don't worry, I got the dishes.
I agree. Franchella, I think what happens sometimes, people don't want accountability. So, like I said, if the trash is piling up outside, every role in the household, someone, I believe, there has to be ultimate accountability. If you got a flat tire, you're right, you might be able to go out there and fix it, but ultimately, I would think in that instance, the responsibility is going to lie on the man. I just think that's going to be.
Well, in my case, she just make sure I have AAA, and I have the top one. So if anything happens, I'm taken care of.
I get you. I understand what you're saying, but I just believe, and again, I'm a big believer in teamwork. I think we have to agree that we're going to move together as a team for the greater good. But I still believe that like I said, if we're sitting here hungry, I don't feel like cooking, you don't feel like cooking, someone has to say,
we going out to eat. We going out to eat. Okay. I ain't cooking, you ain't cooking. Let's go. Let's go.
What you saying?
Please, can you deliver a pizza?
Exactly.
Who's gonna make that call?
Like that, we both happy now.
Who's gonna make that call?
Well, for me,
the more sensible
who's
one,
gonna make that call?
Before I would argue about
we got a good relationship with them, and I'm telling you, they hook it up. When he calls, I mean, Gigi, then I was like, Tony got a call for us because they be hooking it up.
You know what? Let me ask you this though.
Y'all trying to say that a woman shouldn't cook for a man?
No, we're saying if there's a time that you don't cook, you still need to eat. Who's handling that we getting fed?
Right.
That's all.
The moral of the story is, do all women feel like cooking 7 days a week? Most of the time, no.
No one is saying that.
I cook 3 days, maybe 2.
Say that again.
But let me ask y'all this. I got a question.
We going out to eat, babe.
I got a question for all of you. In your spirit, I would think, and you know, this is a question that I want everyone to respond to.
Well, you
I would think that. Can I finish?
The spirit. She's like, one for the spirit.
Can I finish? Maybe you shouldn't be drinking. But in your spirit, I would think that certain things that prop up is going to spur one person or the other to say, I need to handle that. If the grass need to be cut and no one wants to cut the grass, it's something in me that's going to say that I need to ultimately be responsible for taking care of that. If the toilet is backed up and we're sitting here and we're starting to smell it through the house, ultimately, there's something in me that's going to say, ultimately, that is my responsibility. So my question
why is we letting it get to that? That's my whole point.
No. You're not understanding my question. What I'm saying is that I believe that there's something deep down inside, whether it's the nurturing spirit of a woman, that if the kids are sitting there hungry and no one feels like cooking, you're not letting me finish.
Calm down, first and foremost.
Yeah, never mind. Go ahead. Let's continue.
No, go ahead. Because you be passionate about what it is that you're saying. So go ahead.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, but go ahead so we can be receptive to what it is that you're saying. That's all I'm saying. Just say it in a little more.
But if first of all, you can't throw kids in it because a mother's going to get up and feed their kids. So we're going to get up and feed your kids before we get up probably to feed you.
Why do we let it?
You an adult, you can cook for yourself if you're hungry.
So you agree with me. Like you said, Franchella, you just said something, because really, and Franchella, what you're saying is that something innate in you is going to say, I'm going to feed my kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and I think what Terry is saying, something innate in you is saying, I got to feed my man. Something innate in a man is going to say, I need to take care of that car. I need to take care of my wife. That's all that I'm saying.
And the thing is, there's a lot of people that do not have that in them. There's a lot of people that don't have
masculine, feminine. You know,
masculine, feminine.
That a real nigga gonna do, and there's certain things that a real woman gonna do.
That's all I'm saying.
Period.
So y'all agree with me?
Yes, and there's some that do not do any of that on both sides.
Need to play their position.
That's it.
That's a problem.
Say that.
That is a problem. It is a problem.
It's a problem.
Need to play their role, play their position.
Right.
Because I think that even if you don't know, something in you is gonna say, I need to do that. That's that right there, fixing her car or that heavy lift. That's on me. I see my woman in distress.
Right.
I need to get up. So I would think something innate in the woman is gonna say, I see my man in distress. I need to make sure, like Franchella said, I need to make sure the kids eat. I need to make sure that my family is fed. I need to make whatever those things are. So again, So that brings me back to my initial comment.
To my husband, I need to submit to my man.
Oh,
there you go.
But that's why we say it's a balance. When you see a need, you fill in the gap, but it goes both ways. The pendulum don't swing one way and not the other.
Tony agreed.
It goes both ways.
Tony agreed. It does go both ways. But that was my initial thought. I said,
one leader.
Go ahead, Terry.
There can only be one king in the castle.
And one queen.
One queen. And one queen. And you trying to get two. And you trying to get two. Only one queen.
Right. We can always go back there.
Listen, a man can have as many women as he can take care of.
You want him to work though, Terry.
Listen what I'm saying.
Right. So he can sit home?
A real man, if he can take care of 2 women, if he can take care
Let
of
him
3
finish.
women, as long as he's not lying to any of them, as long as he's not being deceitful, as long as he's being straight and honest.
In Terry's household.
Right.
You're not letting him finish. You're not letting him finish.
That's in any household.
In Terry's household. I'm not talking to you, Stacy.
Yep.
That should be in every
What are your thoughts, Gigi?
Really?
Because
it should be in every household.
Listen to this for a second.
Go ahead.
There's so many more women on this planet than there are men.
But that's why you respected
100%. But y'all don't have to have it on all.
No, listen, let me finish.
Okay, go ahead, finish, Terry.
Wouldn't it be fair if every woman could have a man? Right?
A good one. Yes.
Why should a woman have to die alone just because of her ego and her unwillingness to
entertain?
No, to submit to a man.
Oh, Lord.
Because you keep using the word submit, and we keep asking, what does that entail? Right? That word submit is very broad, right? It really is. So
I thought we went over it.
Why?
The point is, when you keep saying it, we already discussed that it's teamwork, right? But now you're going back saying submit and then referencing something that seems a little bit off from teamwork.
Go ahead, Terry.
Question.
What do you mean by submit? What do you mean by submit, Terry?
I mean, what I mean by submit is playing your feminine role.
But you said, why is it that a woman, if with so many women out here, should she die alone because she doesn't want to submit?
She should share, is what you're saying?
She should definitely share. Why
see? There you go.
So you telling me that
what
a woman would rather die alone than to share a partner?
Yep. I would. I ain't even gonna lie. And it might be a reality for me, and I'm okay with that because like I said before, my heart ain't built like that. It just not. It just isn't.
Well, all right, Franchella, you want to chime in? What did Tony say? Tony said exactly, Tail. I think Tony agrees.
No, Tony does not agree with that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me say something. I think that Tony agrees with TL.
He do not. That was prior.
That's Franchella husband. When you get ready to
talk about how a king is supposed to be taking care of his woman. That's what he agreed upon.
Oh, okay.
Not this BS. Ain't no 2 kitty cats coming up in this joint. I'm sorry.
No. Like, why wouldn't you share? Like, are you?
Oh my God.
That just shows that you're insecure, right?
No, you insecure.
No.
Why can't your partner have 2 men instead of one?
Let's go there.
I was gonna say.
Let's go there.
Why can't your partner have 2 men instead in the household instead of two women?
I know, Tony. All right, Terry. Well, Terry, answer the question then. Why can't your partner have 2 men?
I just answered.
That's right.
What was it again? I didn't hear it.
We was talking about
one king in the castle.
Well, okay, so let's say he is a king and a peasant. 2, period.
What happened?
Right, it's 8 o'clock.
There's only one king, and then the other one was a peasant.
but it's still a second one.
All right. Listen, it's 8 o'clock now. First of all, Tony's getting me in trouble, bro. Hey, Tony, I'm trying. Tony, I'm trying to get you in trouble.
No, don't get him in trouble, Stacey.
All right, it's 8 o'clock, y'all. It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
so it's time to wind it down.
Forever.
So first, we're gonna start off with Gigi. Gigi, any closing words? First of all, Gigi.
Yes.
I want to thank you for coming on. But also, listen, I also want to thank you for your enthusiasm and your response, especially regarding the first conversation and your passion regarding the election. That passion comes through. So, do you have any closing words regarding today? And I don't mean fussing at Terry either.
Man, that's exactly where I was going. With the head and everything.
No, leave that for Lynette. Go ahead, Gigi. Leave that for Lynette.
Look, though the election is over, the work is just beginning.
That's right.
We need to, and yes, I'm glad that my friend voted, and I don't want to ever make people feel like I want to walk away from them because of that, but this is serious. I really implore people to research, read, research, and repeat. Please don't just take what you hear, look it up. And as for the storyline, listen, 4 days is not enough time. Get to know each other. Try to go on some dates, have real conversations, right? The hard stuff, bring it to the forefront. And then see if y'all are even a match. You might find out that he don't want kids and she does, right? Y'all are moving on so fast about cars and stuff, but the real life stuff is what's important. Correct. And for me, it's about teamwork, about community, about the person that I chose to spend the rest of my life with. We work hand in hand in everything that we do.
Now, Gigi, yes. On that note, I just want to say, the last thing that you said, I want to echo that. It's about teamwork and being together regarding everything that you did. You didn't say some things. Nope, so even if you disagree with a person's decision, maybe still not exercise them out of your circle because of that decision. I'll just leave you with that. Because like you say, we're a very small community and we need each other even when we don't agree. So I want you to go when you log off, just chew on that.
Everybody's good. Everybody's good.
No. I'm thinking about the conversation we had earlier when the Trump voter, just chew on that because, like you said, sometimes we're not going to.
They're going to be blocked and deleted if that's what you're saying.
No. I want you to reconsider that. I want you to reconsider that. All right, Lynette.
What's your final words, Stacey?
Go ahead, Lynette. I'm listening.
I want you to give your final words, Stacey.
Okay, final words. First of all, like I said, I want to thank Gigi for joining in with us today, and I want to thank the people that commented on Tony and those that commented on what we were talking about. And again, like I want to echo what Gigi said. The community is too small, and we have to agree to work together, even when we don't agree, because we don't have the luxury of. I don't think that we have the luxury of getting rid of each other. I think that no matter what happens, the outside forces view us as the same. So we're stuck with each other, whether we like it or not. So thank everybody for joining in. Yes. All right, go ahead, Lynette.
Terry.
Final thoughts, TL.
You know what I mean? My condolences for your loss. You know what I mean?
You know what? You see?
I said my condolences. No, I'm sincere. Like
that's fine. Let him go.
We'll be fine. Go ahead.
Even though I didn't vote and everything like that, I dig y'all passion. I get the passion, right? But in my opinion, it was just the passion for the wrong person. That's just my opinion.
That's fine.
Okay, Franchella.
And
last thing,
back on the voting thing, you know what I mean? Vote Terry Little 2028.
2028.
I'm not bullshitting. Like this is a real thing.
Lord.
So, Terry Little 2028.
2028.
I want to see that passion that y'all show for a stranger. I want y'all to sow that same passion.
So what you're gonna have to do?
What is going to be your policy?
Right, you're gonna have to come up with a plan.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have to see if we can buy into that plan. So
there you go, Terry.
We got a couple years to create your plan and what you want to see.
Yeah, but no, he want
and not a concept of a policy.
He want wait, if he gets in office, he's gonna want every king to have more than one woman. You know what I'm saying?
Terry.
I want every woman to be submissive. Hell to the no.
Hey, we're in America. You'll have a freedom to do that if that's
guess what? I'm running too in 2028.
All right, Franchella, what do you got?
Yes, everybody. This has been a devastating time for what?
No, go ahead, Franchella.
Go ahead, Franchella.
My last comment.
Okay.
Annette, we'd love to take you out to dinner.
He was supposed to vote.
I think we already ended that conversation.
You were supposed to vote and you didn't. So
thank you.
That's my brother.
We did it the last conversation. Franchella.
That's my brother. See for the money making L.
I just want everybody. Yes, I'm just praying for our country. I'm just praying that, I mean, a lot of things that he said to implement, it can be stopped. And I'm just praying that we have good people in the Senate and other areas that can stop some of the shenanigans that he wants to put through. But it's very important also to not only vote on the election of the presidency, but also within your community, because the Senate, the mayors, the House, like we have to continue to exercise our right to vote, and our people have fought tooth and nail for us to make that decision to go to those polls and to vote, even if it's the lesser of the two evils, right. Or just like Leah said earlier, put your name on a ballot, put something else on the ballot, but go into that booth and vote because they see your name that you voted.
Mm-hmm. And that you didn't.
So, right. And so that's important. And then also to our other subject of relationships. I truly know who's the head of my household, my husband, and first and foremost, we worship
Tony. I like Tony. I don't even know him.
And God, God is in the mix, in the forefront of everything that we do, and we do it together. Like I am a very, and y'all see it, y'all know it, everybody else know it. I am a very strong individual in everything that I do, that I put my hands into. I can't help it. That's the way I was raised. I have been in situations, with my prior relationship where I just said I was forced to be mom and dad. So it stays within you to like my aunt got remarried at a later age, like in her late 60s or whatever. And she was nervous because she was so independent for so long. You just get used to that. And we don't step on your toes or not allow you to do what you do as a man, but it's a team effort. Like, I'm right. I'm going, he does yell at me sometimes when we're grocery shopping and he'd be like, just go in the house, just go. I got all the bags, and he coming with a milk. I'm like, why can't I carry 2 or 3? And then later you tell me your shoulders hurting because all the damn bags. Like, let's avoid it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I mean, he loves me, and somebody like Terry would never love me.
Oh, wow. No.
You found somebody who was compatible with you.
Somebody gotta love me, and my baby loves me.
That's right.
All right, Lynette. Lynette, what are your closing words, Lynette?
My closing words is thank y'all for tuning in to the Real Recognize Real Talk radio show.
Yes.
On every second Tuesday of the month at 7. Please make sure y'all tune in. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, RRR Talk Radio on YouTube. Subscribe to our Instagram page and Facebook, RRR Talk Radio.
I
think communication is key in every aspect of relationships. As far as the election, God will have the final say. So thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. Thank you.
Thank
Gigi,
you, Real, for having me. Thank
you, Gigi, for coming on as well. And thank you, Stacy, Franchella, as well as TL. Right, wrong, and indifferent.
Thank you, Chi Lee, also. Thank you, Chi Lee, for chiming in on the comments. We hope to see you for the next one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right.
All right, guys.
Take care.
See you until next time.
Bye.